Hello, my name is Hollow Owl, and welcome back to part 4 of my Hollow Knight playthrough, where we fight every boss in a randomized boss order. So far, we've fought 5 bosses, including No Eyes, Broken Vessel, Hive Knight, Mantis Lords, and Watcher Knights. So, let's see what boss we'll fight this episode. We're going to spin the wheel. Something good. The Brooding Mawlek. That's a pretty easy one to do. All we need to do is go to the Forgotten Crossroads and find him in a secret room. We're gonna load in our save file now. And we were last at the Watcher's Spire after defeating the Watcher Knights, which was sadly lost footage. Still annoyed about that, because it was a pretty good fight. Can dream now this guy for extra soul. He actually has unique dream now dialogue to the other husks, because he is Lurian's attendant. Forgot we don't have dash. I instinctively tap the ZR button and I'm trying to get somewhere, and I keep forgetting I don't have dash. So yeah, from here we're gonna have to navigate our way to Forgotten Crossroads, which shouldn't be too hard. We just have to make it back the way we came. I don't expect the journey to this boss to be the hard part. Nor do I expect the fight really, because it's a pretty early game boss. So yeah, from here, I'm just gonna speed through getting back to Crossroads. Oh, we can open up this little lever here on the way to the Crossroads. Well, not to the Crossroads, but out of City of Tears. And then up here, I think we can find... Oh, grub. Forgot that grub was there. We can stop and get this grub. Open this lever as well. We can cut down this chain right here to release this block. And this block will allow us to just an easier access to this part. And here we can bench. So that way if we die or something, we don't have to get walked back to that area where we were before. And I think we'll equip Mark of Pride and Grub Song as our charms. Then we are gonna pay the geo for the sag. It's really weird, we got an even amount of geo. Like a nice, proper, 100. We can talk to the stag and go to the Forgotten Crossroads. Because we killed that dreamer after we killed the Watcher Knights, the crossroads have been changed. You can see by this air coming out of here. And it has now been changed to the infected crossroads, which just means all the enemies are harder. And I think this triggers whenever you kill one of the dreamers or do something in Crystal Peaks. I don't remember what you have to do in Crystal Peaks. But yeah, the enemies just get harder. Like these Vengefires usually go down in one hit, but that guy takes a lot and will fly and explode. So it gets much more dangerous. And also, look at this passage, it gets blocked off. There are a couple passages which just make traversing it more annoying. We can also, right here, after we kill these guys, go up here and we can get a charm. We couldn't go through here without dash before, And up here, there is an aspid battle room where you gotta just fight a bunch of aspids. Gonna heal up before we do it. Although I'm getting this charm because I like charms, it's not a very good one because it drains your soul to create little hatchlings which will attack the first enemy they see. Kind of like what this enemy does, which is neat, but you can't really turn it off. And so if you want to use soul to heal, it might just get used up creating a little guy instead of what you would want to do. And so yeah, it's not a very useful charm, but it's still a charm and I want to get it for completion's sake. So I plan on later 100%ing the series. Oh, you could see there that we got an essence, which is that little dream particle. And there's like, I don't know the odds, but there's a small % chance of getting that whenever you kill an enemy. And here, we can pick up the charm. The glowing womb. And yeah, it'll just create a bunch of little hatchlings that will follow you around, but at the expense of soul. And so I'm probably not going to use it this episode, but we were going through the area, I might as well have picked it up. And I'll continue to the Brooding Mawlek room. Dang it. We can't go this way because we haven't fought False Knight. So this whole bit has been kind of pointless. But hey, we got the charm. It's probably just going to be faster to stag to Dirtmouth instead of this stag because of all the blockages from the infected crossroads. On my first playthrough, actually, I came here and I thought you needed the Mantis Claw to do that parkour. And I realized you can actually just pogo it. And here in this room, we can find the Brooding Mawlek. You gotta make sure here. I'm not really gonna narrate this fight just because I'm kind of pressed for words to think of. Because it's hard to think of things to say on the spot. I usually fill it by just saying whenever something comes to mind, little bits of trivia I know about the game, and that's how I really pad out what I do, really, beyond just the gameplay. Yeah, so we beat the Brooding Mawlek. Hooray. So now we're gonna have to spin the wheel again and see which boss we'll fight. We're going to spin the wheel for a second time today. And we got False Knight. That's pretty good. I say that, not really. All it really gives us is City Crest, which we don't need because we're in City of Tears, but pretty easy boss to get through. And we're already in the Forgotten Crossroads. So we're just gonna have to go back to the stag in Dirtmouth, stag to Forgotten Crossroads, and go back to the False Night room. Climbing up. This area. The Gruzzes, infected crossroads, drop acid wherever they go and have more health. So that's their change. I think the only enemy that doesn't get a change is the Husk Bully, which is the Rhino style one. It doesn't change at all, which is weird. We can travel to Forgotten Crossroads Stag and make our way to the left. Pretty self-explanatory. I'm just gonna speed this up. Okay, now we can fight False Night. We have a nail upgrade, so it's pretty quick to kill. Fun fact about False Night. Thought I had other spells. He doesn't give you soul when you hit him. Only the maggot head does. And yeah, this is a pretty quick and easy fight. I think something I'm gonna try and do, because as this series goes on, it's gonna be even, like, at the start, doing a random boss, like, we got No Eyes, took a lot of effort. But now that we've done a lot of things, getting to most bosses won't take that long. And so we'll be able to get through them quicker. I'm thinking of doing, like, the amount of bosses, like, for the series. And it works out because part 1 we only did 1, part 2 we did 2, and part 3 we did 2, but like there was a third one that we were unable to do. And so I'm hoping, mace bug. His mace actually is a bug that will run off if you leave it long enough. His unique Dreamdale dialogue too. Free at last. It's pretty cute. Anyway, we can't go this way because this is one of the blockages in Forgotten. He can though, that's weird. But yeah, we've killed False Night, and I'm aiming to do 2 more bosses this episode, but I can't get my hopes up that much. And so yeah, let's see who we're gonna get when we spin the wheel again. Because our last 2 bosses were the False Night and the Brooding Mawlek, I hope this boss will give us progression. Crystal Guardian. He's a boss in the Crystal Peaks and gives a I don't know what he gives. A bench? So yay, that's gonna give us a lot of progression. But yeah, we can just go to Crystal Peak and fight that guy. On we go to Crystal Peak, I guess. So not that far. I've said this every time, I just say the same things. We're practically just staying in Forgotten Crossroads this entire episode. We just have to go to Crystal Peak, which, not this way, right up here. I thought that guy was gonna hit me. All we have to do is go through this room, which we've already been to. As you can see by the fact we have the crystal dash. But yeah, we're just gonna have to navigate through Crystal Peak again. Oh, this is the wrong way. We went the wrong way. Oh, right here, there's actually a charm. Yeah, that's actually a secret wall, but I think we opened it last time, but we didn't have the crystal heart at that point. I say last time, but that was episode 1. Not episode 1, episode 2. You gotta wait for the timings of these lasers, and I keep getting impatient. And heal up a bit, and we should get a charm here. And this charm, although I don't use it very much, is actually quite useful. It's deep focus. It's 4 charms, and it allows you to heal 2 masks at once. So every time you heal a mask, instead of healing 1, you heal 2. At the downside of making the time you take healing longer. So it's pretty good for like environmental exploration, but in a boss fight it might not allow you to heal, which might negate the purpose of it. But yeah, we're just gonna continue through here. We can also get a king's idol up here, which is pretty, it's worth 800 geo at Lem's shop, which we haven't been to yet in the series. I didn't even know Lem's shop existed in my first playthrough, and I never even sold to him, even after I learned what it was through like Google. But yeah, here's our boss, the Crystal Guardian. There's actually a way to beat him before entering the fight with a Defender's Crest charm, but that requires defeating the Dumb Defender first, so we can't do that. Oops. It's a pretty easy fight. You just hit him. With Shade Dash, it's so much easier, and just jump over his lasers. Not really much. Yep, he's dead. That was less than a minute, I think. I'll put how long it was on the screen. All for a bench. Very useful. That's literally all it unlocked us. And this room, I guess, but that's just another boss fight. Yeah. So we're gonna have to spin the wheel for a 4th time. Yeah, hopefully, I've said this every time, we get a boss that gives us progression. Because I'm tired of no progression. Spinning the wheel for the 4th and last time in this episode. And let's hear it again. Let's get some progression. We got Broken Vessel again. The reason I have some bosses twice on this list is because they have Dream Boss variants, and you can't fight the Dream Boss variant before the regular variant, so I just put their name on twice. So we're gonna have to buy the Lost Skin, which doesn't give us progression. So now we have to go back down to the Ancient Basin and fight the Mosskin. I'm just gonna speed through progressing through the Crystal Peak again, because it's not very interesting. Although we are going a different route, we are going to Crystal Dash. This should take us to Dirtmouth actually, because there's like this massively long corridor that ends at Dirtmouth. And there's also a grub here, so I might as well pick up the grub while I'm here, because I don't think I'm going to be here again. For a while at least. Not until like we fight Grim, because he has something to do in Crystal Peak. because Grim is a DLC boss and he requires like fighting a bunch of guys to fight him. And one of those guys is here, so we're gonna have to go here again at some point, but still I'm gonna get the grub now. I'm really just rambling. But in here, we can kill this guy. I hate this enemy. It's annoying because its attacks are never 100% consistent. And it doesn't really reward you that much by deflecting an attack because it doesn't do damage to the guy. And we'll free the... Nope, that's not a grub, that's a mimic grub. You can tell because you dream now, it's like kill, whatever. This is a fake grub that will attack you and is horrifying. And this is the real grub, and you can tell because when you dream out it says home. I'm gonna free it anyway, just to show you what it's like. This scared the crud out of me when I first did it on my first playthrough, but yeah. This lever. And we can just stag to the city it is again. Sadly, this hasn't been that amazing of an episode. We've just been going from place to place. We can bench so that if we die, we go back here. And charms. Spore shroom. That's probably going to be useful because Lost Kin will have a bunch of other guys in the air who will spawn. And this might be good at taking them out. Yeah, Spore shroom, Mark of Pride. That's what I'm going with. Sadly, this episode hasn't really been that interesting. It's just been a lot of go to this area and kill this thing. And it's not like the things we've killed are interesting or the areas we've gone to are new. It's mainly just backtracking the episode. Sadly. Fall down this pit. I keep hitting the platforms. That's annoying. I'm gonna speed through the rest of this, so hopefully this episode isn't too boring. Darn nuggets. While we're in the ancient basin, we can go down, not there. That's a different, that's the abyss, which is a really cool area, but we can't access it yet without killing Hornet number 2. If we go this way, we can actually get another stag station. Because right here is where the Pale King's Palace used to be. Open the stag and bench at the bench. Now we can just go back to the fight as normal. Now that's where we went with all the Brooding Mawleks when we first fought the Lost King, but we opened up a path right here that allows us to do a shortcut. Enter his mind, and here we can fight our first dream boss of the series. I love this music. I said that in the first fight as well. I actually don't know if we'll win this one. So although I'm pretty good at fighting this boss, I don't usually fight it at this low amount of gear. And so I might actually die here, but we can be confident and assume we won't. And we'll first try it. For some reason, I'm just gonna talk while I do this. For some, like, things unrelated to this. When I was looking back at like analytics, though I'm not really that popular right now, when I was looking back at the videos, how much views they got, the first and third episode got about like 40 views, which is pretty good. At least by my standards right now. And then the second video got 12, which is really weird because like when the second video did get like a small amount of views, I thought, well, that kind of makes sense. It's the second one and people would watch the first and people might not like the first because it's pretty low quality. But then the third one got more, so people must have clicked on part 3 of a series they never watched, which is pretty funny, and just skipped over the previous parts. Which I know saying this, people who would actually listen to this have probably not watched the first part either, and I wouldn't recommend it. Oh, I died. Dang it. But at least with dream fights, you just respawn outside of the area and you can just find them again. And we're going in for attempt number 2. Hopefully this one goes better. We need to keep track of our health and make sure it's at above half at all times. The worst part about healing in this fight is that those balloons, they're faster than you'd expect, and they prevent you from healing a lot of the time because they'll just whack into you and prevent the heal. But with Spore Stream, it kind of prevents it. Same as having Defender's Crest. I'm actually doing pretty good this run, and Now that I've said it, it's just gonna jinx myself. See, look, there goes half my health. There goes more than half my health. Yep, I'm at 1 health, but I can heal. Come on, I just had to open my mouth and say, you know what? Yo, I'm doing good right now. And we did it, yay. Ow. Yeah, we did it. I still like how he extends his hand when he's tired. But yeah, this should give us some essence. When you talk to him, all he really does is nod at you, which is pretty nice. But yeah, all that really gives us is some essence. It's a lot of essence, 400, but we can't really do much with it. Although what we can do is go to the, I don't remember what his name is, but he is located in the resting grounds, and he's the one that gave us the dream now, I guess. And so if we go back to that stag and stag to resting grounds, we can actually cash this in. And so that way we get something out of this episode, and that isn't just completion percentage. Okay, we can bench here, just for checkpoint, I guess, just to save. And up here, we can talk to the Seeker. Yeah, the Seeker, I remember it. I didn't actually speak to him the first time, so he's just saying to collect essence, but I've already collected it. 100 essence, that should, or holiness seal, not that good. 200, that should, that opens up the, I don't remember what it's called, but it's something good. 300 essence? Oh, Seer, I thought it was Seeker. I only just looked at them. Pale ore, that can actually be used to give us a nail upgrade, which is actually pretty good. And here we have 500 essence. And we get a dream order charm. This is actually really good. It's 1 cost and it halves the length of the dream owl and gives us double the soul reward. But yeah, we don't have enough for 700. But yeah, I think, so I say we actually got something useful out of that last one. But yeah, here's where I'm gonna end it for the episode. If you want to see more of the series, make sure to like the video and yeah, subscribe to the channel. You know the deal. And see you next time.